G'day, guys. Welcome back to Supercoach with DR and welcome to the very, very late round 8 review. Hope you all had a great week so far. I don't really know where to start with this one. The title pretty much sums it up for me on and off the Supercoach field. Total carnage. So you can tell from the voice that I am a little bit under the weather. So I've been battling the flu for the last few days. And I did try to put a round review out. Was it Monday? But I just could not speak. So apologies for the lateness of this review. And it's just gone from bad to worse, really. I did share a photo of my oldest son, Nash, a couple of weeks ago. Had a bit of a footy injury and the neck brace in the hospital. You never like to see these things as a parent. I've now got my middle son, Maxie, with me at home. He's got what I've got. We're, as I said, a little bit under the weather with the flu. But probably the scariest thing at the moment is a couple of nights ago, had to call in the ambos for the little fella, Riv, and he's now been in the hospital with some abnormally high bloods and very high temperature as well. Still really don't know what the issue is, so a little bit scary there. I did put a post up on Twitter with a bit of an update on him. I'll just try to find that. Here it is. So poor little fella is, not good at the moment. But look, what's really special for me is this community that we've got here. I have not gone through all these comments here, but guys, this means the absolute world to me. Thank you so much to all the people that have left a comment or sent me a DM. I have not got to any of them. I really do apologize, but it really does mean the world to me, guys. And again, this really does put into perspective, the bad week in Supercoach is not all that bad. I had Tom Green on field this week. I was sleeping when the Nat 5 sub news came through, so I had him on field. But for the first time in probably as long as I can remember, I just didn't care. Other things were more important, and I sort of felt like more of a casual type player, I suppose, where, you don't look at all the teams, the late ins, the late outs, and whatever score you get, you're like, oh, well, it's just a game. So that was pretty much it for me this week. Did not catch pretty much any games of footy. I watched the Thursday night, and then I've watched a replay of the Brisbane one, and shout out to you, Lions. What a phenomenal victory that was with all the injuries we had. Just outstanding from the boys there. But my weekend was just in bed pretty much and did not get to watch much football at all. So with the round review, I don't know how helpful I'm actually going to be, but we'll pretty much just show you how the team's actually looking, maybe go through a quick couple of trade scenarios, but that'll pretty much be it from me, guys, for this one. The other thing is with the Swordplay potty, my brothers Jonathan Spills will go ahead with that tonight. I won't be a part of it, unfortunately, but the two boys will hold the fort and they'll do a magnificent job. And I'll be very keenly tuning in myself when that is out. But back to the Supercoach, and it actually wasn't a bad week for me, unbelievably. So again, I don't know a lot of the context of this. Jonathan did call me up, was it a night ago, and filled me in on some things. So thanks for that, brother. But 22-28, with the season rank now 2,373 and inside the top 1% again. So I guess that's pretty nice. I'm a little bit spewing, as I said, that I didn't change a few things around, which I could have. So lots of extra points that unfortunately did go out the window, but it is what it is. In regards to my trades, again, I just get talked out of things. I should just go with my gut. So originally it was going to be Zach Williams out, Cadman out, and Tom Powell out. I did end up trading out Zach Williams and Cadman. Unfortunately, though, I traded out Jack Steele. Now, I was worried about his knee. I just thought I don't want to be stuck with another premium that's going to underperform. I'm going to jump on someone while they're hot now. I wish I had have just gone with my initial plan, as you would have seen, and gone Power to Bailey Dale. Spewing on myself, but I did get Zach Merritt in. So out was Steele, Williams, and Cadman. In came Caleb Sarong, so really happy with that. Jordan Sweet in the ruck along with Zach Merritt. So a little bit of a late change in plans there with the trades, but not overly happy that I traded out Steele because he looked a little bit better than what I was expecting, but there has been news come through and it's been confirmed that he is dealing with a little bit of a knee issue. So hopefully by jumping on Zerrett now, that will be much better in the long term. But this intro has gone for way longer than I was expecting, guys. So let's get into it. I'll show you how the team's looking and then we'll get into a couple of quick trade scenarios. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so we'll start off with very much a positive here. Luke Ryan, 197 points, if you don't mind. I've seen a few posts around with people saying, how on earth did he get this score? It is absolutely rigged, the scoring system, and it very well may be, but as an owner, I'm extremely happy. I know that he's playing the Saints in a couple of weeks as well, so, oh, do you want to jump on now? You're paying up for him, but I tell you what, 133.8 is an average. That's got to be up there with the number one average out of all players. I reckon Luke Ryan and Max Gawn, I reckon, would be fighting that one out at the moment. So, the peroxide prince, as George calls him, what a man he is, an absolute seagull, and it will make you sick as an on-owner. So big decisions whether or not you're going to target him or go for a little bit more value. Nick Dacos, the king, is back. So hopefully if you did trade him out, you've jumped back on. If you didn't start him, you've jumped on at the right time because he is in red hot form at the moment. And if you had him as the VC, you would have been absolutely licking your lips. Well done if you did. Now, this is a bit of a concern. Janeth was telling me that the She's actually spent a fair bit of time, if not all this time, in the midfield and up forward. So not what we want to see. At the same time, is a little bit wrapped because he's kept on to Golden McCurger, who apparently went a 130 plus, I think he was saying from memory, which is pretty crazy. Well done if you got onto him last week as well, or if you held him like Janeth did. But yeah, I'm slightly concerned about this. We'll see what happens going forward. But if you've got enough trades in the bank and you're confident that he's not going to go back to that defensive role, then it may be time to cash in now. I hate to say that, but I haven't seen any footy, so I can't really give you much of an opinion myself. But just from what I've heard, there are some slight concerns around the pick now. Nick Martin, 122, fantastic. Love him as a selection. Now, Roberts, what's 50? So his break even's now 107. He was someone I was actually keen on to keep as that D7, M9 loop and swing. So with that high break even, we'll see if we need to trade him this week. Ideally, I'd like to hold though, but yeah, we'll have to see about that one. Reed didn't play. Howes with a 48, so he's got a break even of, what's that, 24, so he'll make some more money this week, and then the plan will probably to move him to Stewart along with another player next week. Got in strong this week, so really wrapped about that. That was a big plan, and he was someone I was going to start with, so close to having in my team at the beginning of the season, but for one reason or another, I just haven't got him in yet. And I had the opportunity last week, so I thought, why not? He's playing Richmond. I'll chuck the captaincy on him. So 137 is brilliant. You can see here, like Max Gawn, what was the plan going to be here? I didn't have any loop apart from Sexton. That would have meant I had to take a certain score. So I just was not thinking. I probably should have gone with someone like a Walsh, I suppose, because I didn't have a great loop here with Sexton, knowing that I'd have to take possibly Comben's score. But again, that's a different story because 5 was a sub. But anyway, Zach Merritt, I heard he was a little bit ripped off and people are a little bit disappointed with this score. 3 goals, I believe. But again, not much context, but I'm happy to have him on my side. Bont, best score of the year, 142. Well done if you had him as captain. Just, you need to get him in. What's his price now? 623. He's still an absolute bargain for Bont potential, so get him in. Butters with a 124. That was nice. Walsh, I just hate this pick. I didn't want to jump on him at the start. In saying that, Dawson was the other bloke I was looking at who has outscored him, I think, the last couple of weeks. But, yeah, not overly happy. Hopefully, Walsh can hit back for us. Tom Green. So I don't think that the ankle injury is meant to be anything to worry about too much. He may come back this week, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. Do you trade him out? I'm probably just going to hold at this stage. I haven't thought much about Supercoach, but at this stage, I'm thinking hold. Reed managed and then comes back with one of his worst scores for the year. So thanks, Adam Simpson. Appreciate that, mate. This young fella apparently absolutely smashed it with a few goals as well. Darcy Wilson, 126. After he scored that 25, now a couple of people actually traded him out. Would be absolutely spewing because what's his break even now? Geez, minus 25. So he's going to be probably the best cash cow that we've had this year, maybe alongside a Roberts. So, yeah, well done to Darcy there. Closey, only a 43. Graham, 59. Garcia, 56. So average type scores there. Not complaining on the bench. Gone with the 111. So, heard he had a big last quarter. Don't know what happened previous to that. Sweet with the 74. Now, I'm okay with this. It was coming up against Rob, who was a bit of a harder matchup. So I'm still happy with this play at R2, and I think that he'll certainly improve on this 74, hoping anyway. Henny 109, all good. Flanders 128, fantastic. Dogger with an 86. Look, it is what it is. I've mentioned why I'm holding on to Dogger many times now. This is super disappointing. 5. I knew it was going to get managed at some stage, but out of all the weekends where I just didn't see any games, didn't get any of the late news enemy. So, yeah, unfortunate. I could have had that Combin 52 there. So that's quick maths, 35 extra points that I could have had on field. And that's a fair bit in the rankings. So, slightly disappointing. It is what it is, though. Power with a 72. Don't even know what happened here. Did he get CBAs? I don't know. I haven't even asked about Power. Darcy with a 49. Could be ready to cull soon. Combin's probably just gone for me this week. And Sexton didn't play. So, I think I'm going to keep it pretty simple. So first thing I'll look to do is just get Combin out. Actually, we'll quickly look at the break even. So Combin with 56, he's not a must trade out. 42 for Darcy, still 104 for Power, but I've just committed to that now. I'm going to keep on to Fife. So none of these blokes go. You could get rid of a Closey, but I'll keep on to him probably for another week. Reed, I'll keep on to Garcia, Graham. Howes I'll probably keep on to. So it's Roberts is the other one, isn't he? All right, well, I'll quickly do this trade. So it's going to be really obvious. I was really impressed with this bloke after his first game. How'd he go last week? I think it was all right. It's Darcy Jones. All right, so 70. Beautiful. All right, so we're just going to quickly complete that one. Combo for Jones, really easy one there. And 243K in the bank. All right. So 243. If I put that on top of a Roberts, we're pretty much getting anyone we want. However, the issue is, if I do trade a Roberts out and I want to get a midfielder in this week, I'm waiting next week for Stewart. I could get Stewart in, but I'm just going to wait next week. I'm going to have like a Closey playing down there or a Graham along with Howes, which I don't know if I'm overly comfortable with. So, 107 for a break even, 85. If he goes 85, he loses 10K. I'm probably almost more willing to just hold on to Roberts. I could let go of Darcy. See, if I let go of Darcy, that would then allow me to bring Wilson or Reed up here on field and then get my primo midfielder there. So that's what I might even look to do. Am I going early? I might be. I'm not really thinking straight, guys, at the moment. Sorry. But if I do decide to keep on to Roberts, what can I do with Darcy? 557. So let's get Reed into the midfield. And then it was always going to be Track. Can I afford him? 551, so I could. So I could get Track in. I get Darcy Parish in after a couple of really nice games. Remember, I have flagged this earlier on that I may look to go out cheap here. Or the other bloke. Jeez, look at that price. 476. I said, and this is hard because I haven't actually had the eye test myself because I haven't watched this game. And I did say that I need to see probably 2 good performances, in a row from Oliver to consider him. But I'm just thinking in my situation this week, 476K for an Oliver. At worst, what could he be? That M9 maybe. And I end up trading a Roberts. It could be something I could do. So if I complete that trade there, I'll have 81K in the bank. And then we'll be looking at Ryan Dacos, Cheese, Martin, Roberts, Reed. So I'm looking at 2 defenders here. That will definitely be Stewart. And I'm spewing as well that I didn't go Dale. So it will be Stewart and somebody else. don't know what's going to happen with Green, but I'll just hold if he's out for 1 to 2 weeks, I think. Oliver in there, and then I've got one more spot in the midfield. Hopefully that'll be a big boy. I've got Sarong, Zeret, Bont, Butters. Oh, Green's not a big boy anymore, really. Walsh, Oliver. So a couple of speculative ones there. Maybe a Matty Rao, if I can. And congratulations to Dunks for shutting him down. You'd be spewing if you're only in Supercoach, though. Gone, sweet. So I'll need to get Tim English here. Maybe a Rowan. We'll see what happens there. And then I really don't know what's happening on the forward line. At the moment, this could be close to complete. Shout out to George, who I did check out his video. He got onto Dylan Moore last week, so well done to you, legend. Just goes to show the quality of coach at George is getting more in. So well done, mate. So he's probably someone you'd look at. Shea Bolton, I've mentioned the stocky for weeks and weeks. Never, ever, ever pay up for Shea Bolton because he will come down in price after a couple of floor games. We've seen that. He's going to be a bargain in maybe 3 weeks. So someone you could look at there. But I really don't know what's happening with the forward line. So that could potentially be it. Who knows? But 1, 2, 3, 4 at minimum I'm looking to get. So with the trades, sorry guys, my brain is not working. With my trades, I've got 20 with 1 boost left. So that's pretty much what I'm thinking at the moment, guys. I'm going to, no, I won't, sorry. I'll quickly work out who my captain's going to be. So Livingston, we've got that I'll be able to loop, so that's good. So Maxi's probably an obvious one against Pito. Butters against Geelong, probably not. Freo against Sydney, don't like those matchups really. Hawthorn Saints, no. Zeret, no. Green, no. Flanders, Sheasel, no. All right, so Bont against Richmond, I think you have to go. Adelaide, Collingwood, yep. So this one's pretty easy, I think, guys. Did you go Clary? No, I think I'll just... Who's Dacos got? Oh, Collingwood versus West Coast. You kidding me? Actually, do you know what? I might even go... Bont into Dacos. So I can do that, can't I? Because that's on the Saturday. Yep. And then, yep. Do you know what? So I may even skip Maxi this week. It may come back to bite me. A nice early one can get out of the way of the VC there. But, yeah, Nicky Dacos in red-hot form. And I just think we've seen what opposition teams have done to Richmond lately. I just think Bond's probably too hard to pass up as a VC after his best score of the year. The pressure's on the Dogs, and he'll be the man to lead from the front. So that is it for this week, guys. Sorry that this was such a poor quality round review. I haven't gone through any other trade options. It has been a terrible one, but yeah, other important things going on at the moment. As I said, Jonathan Spills will record the Swordplay potty tonight, so check that out. The stock market, look, I may even just get some slides out this week. I'll do my absolute best to get something out there, but I'll keep you updated ASAP as to what's going to happen with the stocky. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate all the love and support, all the beautiful messages. It really does mean a lot. So thanks for tuning in again. Much love, and I'll see you soon. All the best this week. Bye.